What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. The blame game. That's Gender War 101. So I'm going to play it, but first I'm going to start off with Zach Stacy. There's a video of him beating his baby mama. I mean, you beating her, tossing her around, whatever you want to call it. His career's over, as it should be. She got him on tape. Good. Open and shut. Black dude, white kid, white woman in front of a baby. Yeah. And he can say whatever he wants to. Not getting away with that. Hope it was worth it. It wasn't, but you're done. And the sisters that were coming out, look at how the black men act. Well, can I say anything? Not really. Because the blame game 101 is, sisters who do what some of us brothers do when we point out the type of women that are out here. They're pointing out the type of men that are out here. The only problem that I see the ladies having is they don't have the frequency. And what I mean is you don't see the guys can see this in more frequency. So thus the blame game. This guy, Zach Stacy, he's definitely going to catch an L. He definitely should. It's not, into the racial component, they're gonna go extra hard on him. He probably gonna get in more trouble than the white dude that beat the black girlfriend. Wheeler. So that's what that is. But the frequency of it for the ladies becomes a problem because I can point out what y'all doing wrong more than you can point out what we doing wrong. There's gonna be in the next month, 30 days. There's going to be 5-10 times as many stories as women being out of pocket towards men than men being out of pocket towards women. So that becomes the issue. Now, why I'm adding this topic to my playlist is because I was going to make a video on something else about how men experience women. And what it was the ladies talk about how they've been cheated on and how they've been used and how they've been hurt and how they've been in toxic relationships. But the guys never say, yo, I've been cheated on, I've been used, I've been in toxic relationships. So when you hear the guys talking about it, they're saying the same thing, but then it's like, wait, we're women. We don't do these things. We don't cheat on men. We don't lie to men. We don't use men. We don't manipulate men. It's like, no, actually you do. Actually, you do. Well, the reason why we do that is because a man did X, Y, Z. And it's like, what if I wasn't that man that did X, Y, Z and it was just she's a cheater, she's a liar, manipulator, thief or whatever. Well, maybe it's because, you're not man enough. And it's like, okay, here we go with the blame game. So when this turns around, it's like, you've been cheated on, maybe you're not woman enough. Maybe you got played because you're not smart enough. You got lied to. You got manipulated because, you're just gullible. It's your fault. Whatever happens to you is your fault. You need to take responsibility, for how you put yourself in these bad situations. And then all of a sudden, it's not cool. So, the blame game helps the Gender War 101 because you can't say, yeah, this happened. And a lot of times for us guys, even with the Zach Stacy thing, it's like, that's wrong. It's unfortunate. He will get prosecuted. He will lose his career. But when we're talking about the NFL, you know how big of a one-off that is? Like, real talk. You got, it happened, but do you know how big of a one-off that is for these guys, for us as black men in particular? It's a real reach, because when you talk about abuse, he's going to be in the mix, and then you're going to go to Ray Rice, and then you're gonna go to Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? And you know, maybe there's somebody in between those, but that's over almost 10-year stretch, 10-year or more actually. You know, but when the guys say, "Yo, what about this woman and that woman and this woman and that woman and this woman who did this and this woman who did that," you know, and this woman who set this guy up and this woman who killed this guy, because there are numerous stories about these women killing guys or killing or letting their kids get killed by a guy. Like it's ridiculous. So, you know, if we say, okay, the Zach Stacy thing, valid, very valid. You got a point. Run him through the ground. He deserves it. And then if you want to tie up all black men do this, we could pull but not all, you know. But at the same time, when, you know, the story comes out about how ladies are getting down, and it's like, oh, but not all. But the issue with the blame game is you got frequency over narrative. You know, guys have more to talk about because you ladies being out of pocket is at a higher frequency. And the ladies have more to talk about because they get color purple the narrative when something happens to them. This is what we've been going through for 175 years. Like, you know, blame game 101. Who's right and who's wrong? You let me know. You know, but it's going to keep happening. So, and, you know, more current events and news happening, you're going to see it over and over and over again. So, like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.